It's the Turning Point Student Action Conference. It's designed for Gen Z attendees. It's one of the most mobile kind of youth MAGA groups in the country. Just watching Russell Brand, who has pled not guilty to multiple counts of rape and sexual assault in the UK, being...
I think this is one of the grossest aspects of America. There's plenty of disgusting aspects of American existence, but I will say the grossest aspect of American existence is that we take all of the grifters from all around the world and we just bring them here and we celebrate them, we cherish them. Andrew Wakefield is another great example of this. Previously, he was a doctor. He's most responsible for the vaccines cause autism discourse because he wanted to sell his own version of the MMR vaccine. So he like very clearly faked results. And then when that was found by the British government, they took away his license. He was no longer a doctor, right? They de-doctored him, whatever you want to fucking call it. And lo and behold, he came to America. Now he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing conferences about the same debunked research. It's so crazy. We literally are a country where it's just like, oh, are you a rapist? Please come to America. Please come to America. You can continue raping. We love you. Trump meme coins worth $930 million are set to unlock, testing crypto demand while growing the president's fortune. That's the president, dude. Yep. Bag alert. God. MAGA supporters are so stupid. They're just getting farmed, and they're getting farmed openly. Like Trump doing a meme coin is basically like Donald Trump being like, yeah, I don't give a f about you. I'm in it for the money, dog. And his supporters are like, hell yeah, Mr. President. We love that. Please f us more. Please. I love getting f by you. Who's dumber? MAGA supporters or self-described Democrats or libs? Oh, MAGA supporters. That's not even a question, because self-described Democrats are annoying. But at least like they've duped themselves into believing that the Democrats are at least like channeling the right kind of policy, or at least like on the right side of this duopoly. Whereas the Republicans are actively championing their own demise. If you ask the average liberal, if you ask the average self-described Democrat, yeah, they might be silly to think that like the Democrats actually care about, you know, Medicare for all. But at least there's enough Democrats that say like, oh, we got to move in the direction of more healthcare for people. Republicans, on the other hand, are actively like, no, I want less healthcare. I want less healthcare. I want to make sure that we firebomb the remaining rural hospital in my vicinity. That's the guy I'm voting for. And then the guy he's voting for is literally like, hey, there might be a black person or, oh, God forbid, a Guatemalan that takes advantage of the rural hospital. We should just dump the hospital. And they go, hell yeah, I'd rather kill myself than let a Guatemalan get health care. So no, they're actively championing their own demise. So there is not even a question. It 100%, like the Republicans are even dumber. At least liberals are duped into believing that like the Democrats are the good guys. Okay, the Democrats are on the right side of politics or some shit. The Republicans make they don't even entertain the notion of being the good guys in politics. They literally are actively like, I'm a bad guy and you're a piece of shit. And together we're gonna hurt all of your enemies. Like, and yeah, the Democrats virtue signal, Republicans vice signal. I'd rather take the virtue signalers every day of the week than the vice signalers. I'm frustrated with the Democrats because of their ineptitude. I'm frustrated with the Democratic Party because of their lack of interest in actually doing right by its constituents, doing right for America. But I hate the Republican politicians because they're all demonic. And if you were to ask me about like the base of voters, just talk to a fucking Republican, talk to a libtard of the highest degree, someone who's just like, Mamala would have saved this country, and then talk to a Republican, and you will very quickly understand the difference there. The online liberal commentary sphere is not reflective of the average liberal at all. The online liberal commentary sphere is just way more predisposed with like drama and improving their own personal standing somehow by consistently putting others down, that type of shit. They're not actually invested in like defending the Democratic Party. There are honest liberals, like Philip DeFranco, I would say, is a straightforward liberal. He's a straight ticket Democrat voter. He actually does care about the Democratic Party, and he has his own worldview. He's not going to be just like spending a good deal of time, I don't know, actively on the left or whatever. He just kind of sees that as like people, he has like a Bernie Sanders to anti-Zionist approach to it. You know what I mean? Where he's like, Bernie Sanders is a liberal Zionist, but he's not going to get in the way of anti-Zionists. He's not going to actively defend it. He's not going to actively push for it. He's not going to say it himself, but he's going to stay out of the way. Philip DeFranco's in a similar capacity where he's just like, he's a progressive. He's not going to stand in the way of more progressive people. He's not going to spend a good deal of time just like creating drama or anything like that. He's just a progressive, you know? Most liberals are like that. Giving libs way too much credit here? No, you're wrong. I don't think I am. I think your brain is poisoned by online commentary liberals. Liberals are squishy, but with squishy comes a bit of compassion and care for others at least. Not necessarily about other countries, but at least they care about the poor or whatever. Conservatives want to melt the poor. Yeah, for sure. Like conservatives are actively taking an antagonistic position against the poor. Liberals at least want to like kind of help them and don't really know how and don't really understand why the Democrats aren't doing it and don't care enough to like aggressively pursue these policy positions. Republicans actively want to kill the poor and they're incredibly stupid. That's the other thing. They're so dumb. I can't explain this to you. You just have to go out and talk to them, man. Between the two groups of people that we're talking about, like a liberal in the wild at least knows up from down. A Republican in the wild, unironically, is closely resembling what you see as like bot accounts on Twitter. Like their brain is so melted. I mean, think about it this way. Like 95% of the Republican policy prescriptions are for problems that they hallucinated. It's just not true. Ask a Republican how they feel about any particular issue, and they will just tell you things that are patently untrue. There's no like, I mean, objectively, ask them about anything. They're gonna be like, it's not real. Climate change, fake, woke, gay, science, medicine, vaccines. Like they are just their worldview is held together by their collective psychosis. Just a refusal to reckon with reality. That's it. That's just how modern republicanism is. There's nothing like you can convince a lot of those people. You can shake them out of that stupor. You can bring them back to reality. And the closer they arrive at reality, the closer they move away from reactionary sentiment. But overall, the political movement is unironically built together by just like hatred and animosity. Yeah, there you go. You want to see modern Republican politics? Here it is. It's just that Labubus are demonic. That's why. Yeah, you guys don't know about Pazuzu? Labubus are actually Pazuzu is a depiction of the Antichrist. It's the devil.
But it's embarrassing to be a liberal now. When you say you're a liberal, I immediately think you have colorful hair, you work at a coffee shop. I think you're kind of a loser. You have like mental disorders you gave yourself.
Liberalism is also monoculture. It's a complete liberal cultural victory in the United States of America and around the world. So, like, what people assume they are when they say they're liberal is so all-encompassing. Everyone is technically a liberal at the end of the day. I mean, there's so many Republicans that are just like behaving exactly like liberals do. Is whatever the status quo is. Liberalism is the status quo. What is this? Vivid Prowse is Indian. Inevitable West is Indian. Doge Designer is Indian. Trump Update HQ is Indian. Sarah for Trump is Indian. Radio Genoa is Cambodian. Elena Watch, journalist, is Indian. Cheryl E is Indian. There are loads more. Cosplaying as Jewish or white nationalist is easy to spot as well. Search cricket or this to see what comes back. This is why it's easy to grift from the far right. I can start a new account tomorrow and just tweet bullshit about immigration and old videos with anti-Muslim captions on it. They would think I'm their new savior. It's true. I also do kind of feel like they should get the bag. It sucks that it's actually like breaking the brains of so many white supremacists in America that are ready to go. But also at the same time, it's like, you know, it's good that they're making money. I mean, it's a lot more. $35 a month for a dude living in India is a lot more money than what $35 is going to do to an American white supremacist, you know?
Heading towards this new detention center that the Trump administration created, they're calling it Alligator Alcatraz. Just coming to see what everybody's doing here.
Well, glad you're here. We were going to try to run down there.
Yeah.
But there's a cop.
I think you'd be pretty brave to do that in this country right now.
That's a liberal. You think that person is busy online watching like Hutch or Sex Pestiny talking about how the left is the reason why the the left is the reason why Kamala Harris lost. That's not a Maoist, you know? That's a person with a conscience. This is why I say, like, I'd much prefer liberals to Republicans in general.
Our final stop in this trip across the state was Palm Beach County. Today, many members of the local Haitian community are afraid to turn up.
Some of them scared to come. It's hard, you can imagine, no food, and then you stay home, even a place like that.
It's so funny. People still go get him out base. Got time to cut grass, but don't got time to get papers. Get him out base. Listen, when your filthy ass crawled out of your mother's pussy on U.S. soil, you didn't do shit. You're just a hateful little monster, a weak, pathetic, hateful little monster that gets off on imagining that those with less fortune than you are somehow actually worse than you. You have to fantasize about these people being violent people. I'm actually a hardworking American and I appreciated immigrants, but when they got coming in this country without paperwork, get them out. You will never understand the reason as to why people come here without paperwork. You will never comprehend it because, like I said, you're a hateful little monster who knows that he's getting fucked over by the extremely wealthy people in society, and you are too servile and too peasant-brained to actually look up and face who's actually oppressing you. So you have to look down and actively put other people in a second-class status so you can feel superior to something, to anything. That's what a weak man does. You might fancy yourself to be this patriotic American. You're just like, get him out, talking about get him out. Meanwhile, your great-grandparents came here under similar circumstances. You were just fortunate enough to be born on U.S. soil. That person wasn't. You don't understand the conditions that they had to go through. You don't even think for a brief moment as to why that person's immigration status after 25 years is still in legal limbo. You don't even seem to get mad at the system. Actually, I live with an illegal immigrant. He's been trying for years to get his paperwork, so I don't know exactly what he's going through. The fact that you sit on your high horse in your big multi-million-dollar mansion spitting propaganda, I'm trying to humanize a motherfucker who lives with you. You're telling me you live with an illegal immigrant, you understand his plight, and yet you have no sympathy whatsoever for other illegal immigrants? You are the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Wake up. I love every single one of these servile little serfs that come in here and go, oh, well, guess what? You're rich. Yeah, I am, bitch. Okay. Aren't you supposed to respect me more because I have more money than you? I thought that was your worldview. Why the are you speaking up to me? Okay. Keep looking down. That's so funny. What an own, dude. Oh, you speak from your multi-million-dollar mansion. Okay, dude. Yeah, I am. What an own, dude. You got me. That still doesn't change your position. That doesn't change that you have to constantly others over. You have to constantly keep putting people down. I have sympathy for illegal immigrants, but when they continue to come into this country untethered and without paperwork, this cannot continue. As you see, a lot of places in America are being taken over and brought down by these immigrants coming into this country. Name one place that has been brought down by immigrant takeovers. It doesn't exist. This is precisely what I was talking about when I said Republicans hallucinate, dude. Every position that a Republican has developed is a complete hallucination. It just does not exist. It is not real. What you consider to be an immigrant takeover is like the fact that you had to hear Spanish one time in your life on U.S. soil and it spooked you. How the do you think the American nation state was developed? That is how your grandparents came here too. New York is a clear example of what happens when you let immigrants come into the country untethered. Now that there are new laws in place, they're out of this country, and look at New York now clean. Again, once again, back to back. Not only did you hallucinate an insane fucking reality that doesn't exist, where you said New York was a shithole because of immigrants, you also hallucinated a reality where New York was somehow rid of its migrant population, which didn't happen, and now New York is clean. Not a single thing you said was real. You literally exist in a totally separate fucking field, dude. That is not real at all. You live in some bum backwater town in Idaho, fantasizing about what goes on in New York. Now, you don't have to be like this. You don't have to be a hateful little monster, okay? You don't. Seemingly, you say you live with an illegal immigrant. I actually live in Texas, so you're wrong about that. Okay, my bad. Backwater bum Texas town instead of Idaho. My bad. You wouldn't be able to put food on your fucking table if it wasn't for migrant workers in this goddamn country. Show some respect. They deserve so much more. They deserve proper documentation and proper wages. But you're too stupid and too deluded into thinking that they are you over, when it's actually the people that design the system that's you over. And the less you have, the more angry you get. And the more angry you get, the more you think immigrants are me over. You're a dumbass. Wake up. Enjoy the show. Trump is really saving America, right? He's making it great again, right? He's taking out the swamp, right? Thank God. Voting for the Epstein affiliate was fantastic. Fantastic design for this country. Trump is amazing. Yeah, he's amazing at kids, dude. Oh, Trump is amazing. What is one thing Trump has done for you? One thing. Name one thing. Don't say he closed the border, because your stupid ass doesn't understand that that is not good for you in general. Name one thing. What did he do? Oh, he banned trans athletes from the NCAA. Did that actually fix the cost of living? Are things more affordable for you? No. Is your rent cheaper now? No. What happened? Oh, but at least the fucking 20 athletes in the NCAA don't get to participate because they were trans. Right? Do you have more money in your pocket? No. I actually work in a grocery store. Oh my God, this guy works in a grocery store. He's not even a small business owner. Oh my God. Oh my God. He said he lowered prices, bro. Oh my God. You literally, you work at a grocery store, dude. Wake up. He doesn't care about you. The Democrats don't either. But he certainly doesn't even try to make it seem like he cares about you, and you're still going, Trump is amazing. How do I reach out to you, man? How? Yeah. Also, grocery CEOs, grocery CEO explains Trump tariffs are impacting prices at his grocery store. Prices are going to obviously go up because of the tariffs. One day, hopefully, one day, inshallah, you're going to wake up from your stupor. One day. Yeah, sure, the mom and pop stores will be affected, but big corporations that supply most of America will not be facing the big problem. Dog, you are not John Croger. You are literally saying Trump is going to destroy mom and pop grocery stores, but the big grocery stores are going to be fine. First of all, you're wrong on that front as well, but it doesn't even matter. How is that good for the country? You are just admitting that Trump is bad for the country. Are you Mr. Ralph's? Are you Anderson Pavilion? No. Are you John Croger? No. What the is wrong with you? At least the monopolies are fine, good sir. What do you think happens when there's less market competition? Do you think when they have 3 companies that own all the grocery store chains, they magically reduce prices? Are you stupid? Oh, I know the answer. You said Trump is amazing, but goddamn. Not only are you wrong on the immigration side, you're wrong on everything. This is what I was saying. I'm glad that there's a Trump supporter in here so that they can finally show chatters exactly what I was talking about when I said talk to a Trump supporter and you will very quickly find out that they are living on a different reality, a totally different reality. Listen, advocate for your best interests. Okay, chatter, please, I beg you. The wealthy do it all day. Your bosses, the people that own the grocery chain that you work at, they demand more from the government. You're so stupid that you don't even want to do it. You are advocating for their best interest. The f wrong with you? You work at the grocery store. You don't own the grocery store. Why the f are you a Trump supporter? You think the wealthy became wealthy by sucking up to the wealthy? No. They fought for their best interests until they got to a different class position, and then they kept advocating for that class interest as well. Oh, why the f do you think a billionaire born with a silver spoon as a New York Democrat his whole life and a Jeffrey Epstein affiliate for most of his life gives a single shred of a about a Texan grocery store clerk, dude? Do you think that if you suck up hard enough to Republicans that eventually you'll be rich like they are? It's not going to happen. Wake up. I'm actually a grocery store manager for over 10 years. I've been seeing the climate of this country's economy dwindle under Biden's command now that Trump is in command. Oh, he's a manager. Oh, damn, dude, you're going to make it out the cut. I swear, brother. Yeah, this makes a little bit more sense. He thinks he's part of the team because he's a management class. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the faceless, lifeless, actual owners of the franchise that you're operating. Those are the motherfuckers that are making the real money. You just get to see like maybe a little bit more than the people who you are in command over. And it makes you feel like you're part of the team. You're not part of the team. Also, Biden. You're a manager and you have a roommate. Did you not think that perhaps the economic system that you are existing under is fucked up at any point? Did you not think like, I've been a manager for 10 years? Why the do I still have a roommate in Texas? You're not even in like California. You're in Texas. Is this the future that I thought I was going to have when I was a kid playing Madden with my friends? No. At some point, some got to change, no? Perhaps Trump is not the savior you thought it was. The other part of the story that's funny is he said he's been a grocery store manager for 10 years. And what's funny about that, Asmongold, we made it. Asmon was right, law, you deflect. Nah, I think this guy can be convinced. Yeah, sure, he listens to Asmongold and is consistently wrong. But I see the cracks in the dam. I mean, I could tell he's an Asmongold watcher because this motherfucker said he's been a grocery store manager for 10 years who has seen the climate of this country's economy dwindle under Biden's command. Bro, 10 years ago, it was Trump again. Like, you mean? He's like, that was Trump 1. One's Obama, let's say, if we're factoring in the Obama, the end of the Obama term. Before those years is Trump, and the last half of this year is also Trump. So almost 6 of those 10 years is Trump. 5. This guy called his girlfriend and wife a roommate. I like how it's Biden's fault too when he's literally from Texas. Everything's Biden's fault. Half of this guy's grocery store managerial career was Donald Trump, and he's like, why did the Democrats f this country up? I can't believe it. Yeah. They untethered this country. I mean, look, Democrats ain't too great either. I'm not saying that they are, but it's just funny because you're like actively pro-Trump. You would never catch me being actively pro-Biden. You know what I mean? Holy dude.